If you are a nurse, social worker, or healthcare professional who has dreamed of running your own care business but felt lost on where to start or didn't even have access to any startup capital, this video is for you. Listen, what if I told you that there is a business model that lets you serve your community, be your own boss, and generate a multiple six-figure income without the massive overhead of a residential facility? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why community-based day programs are one of the best kept secrets in the healthcare business world. You see, these programs allow you to provide essential services to adults with developmental disabilities without needing a large facility or any upfront capital to get started. And the best part is, here at Assisted Living Facility Launch, we do all of the heavy lifting for you. Listen, by the end of this video, you will know exactly what it takes to launch this business in your state. And if you want hands-on help where we handle the market research, the licensing, the policy writing, and even teach you how to get your program full, then stick with me because I have an opportunity that will make this process seamless for you. Okay, so let's get into what is a community-based day program. Okay. So a community-based day program is a non-residential support service designed for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. These programs provide structured, meaningful activities that enhance life skills, socialization, and independence while keeping participants engaged in their communities. Unlike traditional group homes or residential care facilities, community-based day programs do not even require you to provide housing or let alone even have a location, which can significantly reduce your startup costs while still allowing you to operate a highly impactful and profitable business. Okay. So here's the key benefits of this model. First and foremost, low overhead. No need for any real estate and no need for 24/7 staffing. Oftentimes, these programs run just Monday through Friday, anywhere between 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Next, it's an extremely high demand, right? Think about it. A lot of individuals, they will age out of high school, they will go on to college, they will get jobs. But for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities, oftentimes their options are limited. And so what is the next natural step in their life to maintain independence, maintain social relationships, and even, get opportunities in supported employment jobs? It's going to be community-based day programs, okay? And so there is a very high demand. Every single year, individuals are graduating high school and they need activities to do. And the parents, the care providers taking care of them, the residential facilities taking care of them, they want them to be in these programs, okay? Right now, there has never been a more perfect time to open up this particular kind of business. And then finally, this model is fully reimbursed by Medicaid and state waiver programs, meaning that you will be receiving consistent revenue once your agency is open. So right now, I actually want to dive into some states and show you exactly how much you can make operating one of these community-based day programs, okay? So first and foremost, let's just take a random state, for example. What I have open here is the state of Alaska, okay? So an adult day program, and let's say you're just billing, per the half day, 5-6 hours a day, you're getting $107 per individual per day, okay? So if I come over here to the calculator, what was that amount? It was 106. So let's say $106 times, let's say you literally start this model with your car. You don't even have a van yet. You use it with the vehicle that you are already driving. You are picking up residents from their homes. You are taking them out in the community, doing different activities, and you are dropping them off, okay? So $106 per resident per day times 4 residents, okay? A single vehicle times only 23 days out of the month. That is a 6-figure income for you. That is over $100,000 that you are doing, literally just picking up residents, taking them out and taking them back home with one vehicle, 4 residents, okay? That's not you working overtime, working 12-hour shifts so that you can try and get ahead and get to that 6-figure number. But once you've been providing services for a couple months, you do have the opportunity to save up and get your first van. So now let's say you're operating a van that has 10 residents and you have your car that's 4 residents. So 106 times 14 individuals times 23 days out of the month, guys, that's $34,000 a month. Okay. That's over $400,000 a year. Yes, you have expenses, but you don't have rent, you don't have utilities. You're not providing these individuals 3 meals, a day, right? Oftentimes, on Friday, you're going to take these individuals out. Yes, you're going to have some costs. Sometimes maybe you'll take them to the bowling alley. You'll do, this, that, or the other. You're going to have some staff. But I mean, this is a business model that you can run extremely lean and make a very profitable business out of. Okay. So that's Alaska, for example. Okay. So next, let us go into, let us go into another state. So right here, I have, the state of Illinois. Okay, so community day services offsite, $15 an hour. Okay, so let's do $15 an hour times, 7 hours. So coming back over here to the calculator, so $15 an hour times 7 hours is going to be $105 a day, again, times 4 individuals, times 23 days out of the month. Guys, starting with your own car, 6 figures all over again. And so if you go right here, I have the Medicaid rate tables mapped out for all 50 states, and I can tell you that these programs exist in literally every single state. Okay, so understand by looking at this that it's just an insane opportunity. Okay. You could literally go to every single high school within your local area and say, for the transitional programs, who are the individuals who don't know necessarily what they're going to do once they graduate? Boom. You just provided a very essential service towards your community. You are being able to reimburse the government for your funds, and you're making multiple 6 figures with very little overhead to start. Guys, this is literally, if you're a healthcare professional, if you're a social worker, if you're a current administrator or direct care staff, I cannot think of a better business model to start for you. Okay. So coming back over here, so we just talked about how much money you can make. Now let's get a little bit into, what the actual work entails. Okay. So first and foremost, it's going to be life skills training services. So money management's a big one. So teaching the individuals budgeting and financial literacy skills. Next, helping them, cook and meal preparation. Now, while you're not doing this within their home, maybe when you're going out in the community, there's going to be different, opportunities, different volunteer opportunities for them to, learn how to cook and do their own meal prep. And so personal hygiene during the day may be part of this. Public transportation is a big one that I see. So teaching individuals how to ride the bus, how to ride the trolley, doing that in a sort of, group style setting. Okay. Next, social and recreational activities is going to be a huge one. And so, listen, engagement and socialization are key for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So a strong community-based day program will include things like art and music therapy, community outings, visiting museums, parks, and different local events to foster community integration. And then, of course, team building. So promoting peer interaction and social skills development through group activities. Guys, we're getting paid to play, okay? But we are really helping these individuals build life skills, build socialization skills, build community integration skills. And in the next video, I can even talk about supported employment, how you help individuals gain, competitive, work in competitive working environments, right? But in the community-based day model, so when it comes to job readiness and supported employment, right, helping them build resumes, interview coaching, job shadowing. So you're an agency that staffs individuals to, help them while they're working at different, locations, and then ongoing support. Already. And then, finally, health and wellness support. So making sure that they're getting into the community, exercise programs, tailored movement and fitness activities, nutrition planning, and then strategies for emotional health, well-being. Oftentimes individuals. So I run an adult care facility. My individuals, they all go to community-based day programs. Oftentimes they're going to be, volunteering at car washes, at landscape companies, with local charities, doing civic engagement work, which is, really, really amazing for them. Now, Let's talk about the capital requirements to get started, okay? So everything you're going to see is the low estimate. That's what it's going to take to get started out, and then you're going to scale that up to the high estimate, okay? So licensing, and accreditation. So oftentimes in your state, there's going to be a licensing fee anywhere between $500 to $1,000. Now, accreditation is more common for, different kinds of models, more in sort of like the behavioral health when you have actual facilities, maybe if it's an actual site. Some states may have you get accredited. That's where those costs can kind of creep up. Now, insurance, just starting out, you're going to have general and professional liability. You're going to have very low workers' comp because you can literally do this by yourself, 1-to-4 staffing ratio with your car, okay? And so you got to keep in mind of the different ratios. In California, for example, you can get anywhere from 1 to 10 to, 1-on-1 ratio. And that's, it's going to pay different. But you're obviously, a lot of that's going to go into payroll, right? And so workers' comp is going to be a percentage of your payroll. You're going to have commercial auto insurance. So those are going to be kind of like the main insurances. This scales up over time because as you gain more and more staff, as you scale your company, your workers' comp insurance is going to increase as well. Now, vehicle and gas starting out, right? I mean, if you already have your vehicle, really you're just providing transportation services. It's just going to be your gas and your vehicle insurance. However, oftentimes with these community-based day programs, you're able to reimburse Medicaid for the transportation that you are providing these individuals as well. So your gas is literally getting paid for. Okay. Next, furniture and equipment honestly just shouldn't be there, and we can scratch it. And then finally, program materials. So maybe taking these individuals to certain activities, museums and stuff that cost money. So on the low end, your startup operational expenses are going to be anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000. Guys, that is nothing to start a multiple six-figure business. That's nothing. Now, on the high end, when you scale, when you get more vehicles, when you have staff, right? Your monthly expenses could creep into $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, but we don't got to start there, okay? We can start small and build it up. And I'm going to show you exactly how to build it up, okay? So we just talked about this. So finally, this is really important. So getting into the licensing and compliance requirements, okay? So what does it take from a licensing and regulation standpoint to open one of these up? So every state has its own licensing requirements, but most states, minimum, are going to require business registration. So starting your LLC, Medicaid provider enrollment. So in different states, it looks like different things. Sometimes you're enrolling, straight with Medicaid. In California, you're enrolling, with whatever regional center you're associated with. Basically, that enrollment process is going to help you get funded, okay? Background checks for owners and staff, and then policy and procedure documentation. Now, listen, this part right here, policy and procedure documentation, this is going to be the hardest part out of the entire process, okay? Drafting hundreds of pages worth of program designs and documentation. Let me share my screen, right? So in the state of Virginia, we actually just got somebody licensed for a community engagement services program. So exactly what I'm talking about. And what you see right here is hundreds of pages worth of policies and procedures and an annual operating budget that we drafted and submitted for them. Guys, this would probably take you, multiple months, up to a year, maybe beyond, in order to draft these policies and procedures yourself. Luckily, at Assisted Living Facility Launch, we take all of that stress off of your back and we do it for you, okay? So if you're interested in that, go ahead and click the link in my bio so that we can start working together today. Now, coming back over here, okay? So that's going to be the licensing and compliance section. Now, yes, community, day programs, they can be at a given site. However, when you're doing community-based, you want to start finding not simply the right location, but the right different locations that you're going to be, taking these individuals to. And so a big part of your policies and procedures are going to be mapping out, what are the different activities that you're going to do with the individuals that you serve on a day-to-day basis. And, the more that you can map out, the better, right? So if you can map out starting out 3 months worth of activities planned out hour over hour within your community, guys, you're going to be set. And then every 3 months, you can recycle through those activities. Okay. And then finally, the staffing requirements. So starting out, it can be you. Okay. You can be the program director. You can be the caretaker. You can be the job coach. Oftentimes, we're going to be working and contracting, with case managers and social workers. But as you build it out over time and you become the CEO, you step out of that hustler role and into the CEO role, you're going to be the overseeing, operations, and maybe you're even going to delegate that out. Okay. You're going to have direct support professionals that are providing the day-to-day support and assistance. If you're running supported employment, you're going to have job coaches that are assisting them with employment services and training. And so, many states allow you to start as a sole provider and hire staff as your enrollment increases. So again, you can start with as little down as possible, and then you can scale that up. That's why I think if you're a healthcare professional, this is literally the best business model that you can run. Okay. And so, finally, how do you scale this business? Okay. How do you start, how do you get individuals to come in your facility? Not your facility, your community-based day program. So look, the truth is, you can have the best day program, the most qualified staff. You can, go on the best outings. But if you don't know how to get participants, your business is not going to survive. So marketing in this business is going to be the single most important factor of growing your community-based day program into a multiple six-figure operation. You need to know exactly where to find participants, how to position your program as the best choice, and how to build referral relationships that bring you a steady flow of individuals. That's where, again, at Assisted Living Facility Launch, we don't just help you set up your program. We teach you exactly how to fill it with individuals so that you can maximize your revenue and your impact. So if you're serious about scaling your business and you want a proven roadmap to success, click the link in the bio, in the description, to book a totally free consultation today. We're going to go ahead and map out your path to multiple six figures starting today. Guys, in the state of Virginia, we started working 2 weeks ago. We've already submitted our policies and procedures. We're just waiting to hear back on the state. She's going to be up and running, making multiple six figures by the end of 2025. Okay. All because she chose to take action, work with people who have already done it, and she may hit seven figures in 2026. Okay. So go ahead, click the link in the bio so that we can get started today. As always, thank you for watching. I will go ahead and see you in the next video.